do we remember who Israel was? A lot of us don't. Because Israel's real name wasn't even Israel. His real name was Jacob. People forget that. Okay? This is why the Jewish people, right? You want to call them Jews? These are the most powerful human beings on the planet. They own all the banks. They own all the courtrooms and all the Jews, right? And these Jews are the real Israelites. That's who they gave our 40 acres and a mule to, the Jews. And the Jews consist of 12 tribes plus one. And this is where the 13 bloodlines come from that run the world to this day. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I appreciate you, King. Who's that? King Kelvin. King Kelvin. I hope I ain't fucking your name up, God. My apologies if I am. It's just all bunched together as far as the pronunciation. But yeah. So we got to remember that Israel, when you say Hebrew, Israelite, okay? Hebrew is a Greek word. And what color were the Greeks? White. Okay, thank you. Now, Israel, right? This is why we are not Hebrew Israelites, right? This is all part of financial literacy, though, because all the Israelites are your Jews, right? This is why they call it jewelry. Our diamonds and crystals are diamonds and crystals. But because the Jews took over everything, they now call that jewelry. Right? Because they own it. Now, they took it from us. Right? They even say when you're giving somebody some deep information, you're giving them what? Jewels. Right? Okay. Now, right, it's even called the what? The judicial system. Thank you, Nine Ether. Stay with me now. So you can understand how this all ties back to what I teach every day. Now, Israelites stem from the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? But what was Israel's real name? Jacob. And anciently, it's really, Jacob is what? Yakub. Yakub is who? Another name for Satan. Okay? In the Hebrew text, it was no J's. So they had, it was Y's. Yakub. Before the J's got added. Right? Just like they wasn't calling him Jesus. They was calling him Yahweh. Because they was using Y's back then. Go look at the ancient Hebrew text. Go study it. Okay? Now, how did Jacob become Israel? Because he did what? In the Bible, they tell you that Jacob wrestled with who? An angel. And got his ass whooped. And then changed his name to Israel. The things that make you go, In the Bible, go read the story. They wrote it, not me. Jacob wrestled with an angel. And after wrestling with that angel, he rechanged his name to Israel. Now, this is how you know that Jacob got his ass whooped. Because if he didn't get, first off, if I wrestle with somebody and I change my name from Rashad to David, what does that mean? Nigga whoop my ass. Nigga had to whoop my whole ass. Because the nigga ain't just get his ass whooped. Nigga changed his whole name. Right? I'm just helping you remember. Right? He changed his whole name. Now, that's a mighty ass whipping. Nigga whipped your ass so bad you changed your name, nigga. See, people forget that. Like Hebrew Israelite. But they be forgetting that Israel's real name was Jacob first. He was Jacob. And then he wrestled with an angel and changed his name to Israel. And from that, you get the 12 tribes of Israel. Look, The lion comes from the Lyrans, right? Which is an advanced extraterrestrial race from the Sirius star system, the Lyrans, right? This is why they try to show the Judaism, call it what? The Lion of Judah, right? The Lion of Judah. That's what they call him. They even took our Makerba too, didn't they? David's star, the Star of David, right? That's not David's star though. That's our ancient Makerba. So you got to understand who the Jews are and why they run the world to this day, right? Judicial system, jewelry. Somebody said juice, all that. And let's not forget what they put in the juice. So when we talking finances, right? You got to ask yourself, who run and control all the banks? The Jews do. Who did they give our 40 acres and a mule to? The Jews. Okay? Who were the Jews? These are the original Hebrew Israelites. But then carbonated beings will be like, I'm Hebrew. Not the black people. We the Hebrew Israelites. No, we not. How you gonna call yourself Hebrew when that's a Greek word? The Greeks were white. See? So this all connects. This all connects. This is why we running a rat race right now. This is why they don't make financial literacy a class in their programming centers they call schools. It's way deeper than you think. And this is also why no matter, soon as your black ass make a lot of money, they gonna try to come take it. They'll let you get a little money. They ain't let your ass get all no Dave. You're not. You'll never get William Buffett and all that, Warren Buffett and none of them. You're not getting all the way up there. The highest they let us get is Oprah. And she like 159th on the list of world's richest people. And Oprah wouldn't have got there without selling out. Feel me? So that's why I say, like, a lot of people forget that Israel was originally Jacob. Jacob is really Yakub, and Yakub is really Satan, right? This is why in Jacob's story, it says that he had separated the flocks. Go read it. You don't believe Jacob Yakub? Go read Yakub's story. It's going to talk about how Yakub told his uncle when he was 8 that he would create a race to destroy the black race, the original Asiatic beings, the original 90th beings. That's what Yakub said in his story. He told his uncle that when he was 8 years old. While playing with magnets, he discovered magnetism and how unlike attracts and like repels. Right? Yakub did, right? Now go read Jacob's story. Because, right, Yakub was deemed the big head scientist. All right? Now, how did Yakub create this new race that we now know as human beings? He did it by going within our genome and separating the black gene from the brown gene. Spliced them. He realized that he can go from, by alternate genetics, he can go from black to red, red to yellow, yellow to white. But he did it by separating the black and the brown, or let's say the XY chromosome. Another word for it, right? Because what you got to understand about information is it has been diced up and scattered all over the land. So this is why nobody can act like they know it all. Because our information is scattered. So we have to get piece by piece from different people. That's why I tell people, don't jump in my university talking to me about what no other motherfucker said in their class. Whatever you went to their page and learn it. And then when you come in this class, learn it. And then you take that and put that together with your meditation and learn from yourself, right? None of us can act like we know it all. This is why knowledge is everlasting, because they scatter you. But you have to understand what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the monetary system. What you're really dealing with. All right? Now, that's Jacob's story. Now go look at Jacob's story. You got the same story. Jacob separated the flocks. The darker sheep from the lighter sheep. Go read it. The Bible, the Quran, the Hebrew text, the Kabbalah, the Book of Enoch, all these books are literally telling the same story. Just in different. It's in parables. You got to put it together. They're not going to put it together for you. They scrambled everything up like eggs to confuse you, but it's still in the pot though. It's still in the pot. The truth is still in the motherfucking pot. It's just scrambled up. And you got to piece it together. Jacob's story is the story of Jacob. And if you know about the J and the Y, then you know they just did that. And Jacob, it's really Satan. And you look at Satan's story, that's the same story of Jesus. And you go look at the story of Hercules, that's the same story of Jesus too. And then you go look at Isis and Osiris, and that's the same story as Jesus and Hercules. You right? So when we talk of financial literacy, you have to understand who even created money. It's called a monetary system. What do they call the emperors in Europe? What were they called? Monarchs. Once again, it's called the monetary system. What were the leaders of called in Europe? Kings and queens? The monarchy. Monarchs. Okay, so let's go deeper. When you're having a conversation with somebody and they just keep talking and 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 don't let you talk, what is that called? A monologue. Right now, I'm just talking and teaching. This will be considered a monologue. But if I pull somebody on and we both start talking, now it should be a dialogue. That means I talk. Because I've had to tell people that before, like if I'm in a conversation with somebody, if I'm not, let's not use conversation, right? Let's be politically correct. If I'm conversing with someone, right? Because conversation is a made up word, right? If I'm conversing with someone and they ask, don't let me say something, it should be back and forth. The first thing I say is, I'm like, hold on, fam. This is a dialogue, not a monologue. You're not just finna run off with the conversation. We gonna share this. You gonna talk, I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna talk, you gonna listen. You ain't just gonna talk the whole time, and that's the end of the motherfucking conversation, nigga. See what I'm saying? Why am I emphasizing that? Because if you can understand the root word mono, monopoly, mono, exactly. See, we thinking, we building now. We building. You see? You see as come other people, they put, oh yeah, monopoly. Yeah, exactly. So, you have to understand, a monologue is just you, nobody else. This is why it's called the monetary system. It's just for them. Nobody else. This is why they got us running a rat race. Slaving, we call it working. Well, let's call it what it really is. Slaving to pay bills. And why are they called bills? Because your slave work helps them to build up their agenda. Monogram, monotheism, monogamous, monopoly, monarchy, monetary, monitor, right. Pay attention. Why is it called bills? Could be called anything. Why do you gotta call them bills for? Because you're literally slaving to help them build up their agenda. Dollar bills. See? You go to work, we pay you in these dollar bills. Thank you for helping us build. See? Thank you for helping us build. Don't you sound the same? We billing. We building. We billing. We building. We billing. We building. We billing. We building.